7 Things to Keep Private in 2025. In 2025, embracing discretion isn't just a choice. It's a prerequisite for growth and success. As we move into a new year, the need for privacy in key areas of our lives has never been more urgent. In a world where transparency often feels mandatory and oversharing is commonplace, knowing what to keep private can be a game changer. Being mindful of what we reveal to the outside world will not only protect our peace, but also fuel our personal and professional growth. To truly thrive in 2025, we must understand the value of keeping certain aspects of our lives sacred, setting boundaries that safeguard our ambitions, well-being, and long-term success. Take, for example, the story of Evan, an up-and-coming entrepreneur who excitedly shared every step of his new business venture online. From the blueprint of his ideas to the deals he was negotiating, he posted it all. In a world that thrives on the exchange of ideas, it seemed innocent enough until a competitor with inside knowledge of his plan swooped in and launched a very similar product. The market, now confused about which brand to trust, split the demand, leaving Evan with a broken and fractured venture. In this instance, Evan's openness, meant to attract attention and generate hype, ended up being a key reason why his business didn't reach its full potential. Or think of Samantha, who casually shared her aspirations for a high-paying job in tech on Twitter, openly discussing her salary expectations, who she was interviewing with, and how much leverage she thought she had. Without realizing it, she handed employers a powerful advantage in salary negotiations. When the company offered her the position, they lowballed her, knowing she had little room to negotiate because they'd already seen her position unfold in real time. Samantha's pride and excitement about her career prospects cost her thousands, and possibly more, in long-term opportunities. These scenarios, Evan's lost opportunity and Samantha's financial setback, are real-world consequences of failing to keep essential plans and details private. This is why, more than ever, understanding what to guard is not just important, it's necessary. In an increasingly connected and transparent world, the boundaries of privacy have become blurry. Yet some aspects of life deserve to be kept sacred, protected not only for our peace of mind but for our emotional well-being and long-term success. Whether for our own safety or to maintain an advantage, knowing what to keep private can make all the difference. Here are 7 key areas that should remain sealed off from the world in 2025 and beyond. These lessons are drawn from real-world stories and hard-earned experiences of people who've learned the importance of discretion the hard way. Stay tuned. What you're about to read might save you from costly mistakes. 1. Your financial status. Money. It's a subject that has the power to build relationships or burn bridges, spark envy or admiration, and create an illusion of security or inadequacy. While transparency about finances is crucial in specific contexts, such as with your partner or financial advisor, openly broadcasting details about your income, savings, or investments can be a dangerous gamble. It invites judgment, mistrust, and sometimes exploitation. Take, for example, the case of Jordan, talented web developer. When Jordan landed a lucrative remote job that doubled his previous salary, he was ecstatic and shared the news with his network on LinkedIn. While his intention was to inspire others, the unintended consequence was a flood of judgment from friends, acquaintances, and even family. Some began to perceive him as lucky rather than skilled, undermining his achievements. Others saw his increased income as a reason to expect financial help, subtly or directly asking for loans or gifts. What Jordan shared as a celebratory moment quickly turned into an ongoing source of frustration and discomfort. Then there's Priya, a young crypto investor who made a windfall profit during the last bull run. Feeling proud, she told her friends about the 6-figure sum she had accumulated in a short period. What she didn't know was that one of her friends was actively struggling with financial issues and saw Priya's success as a solution. Over time, subtle guilt-tripping morphed into persistent requests for loans, accompanied by promises of repayment that were never honored. Priya, reluctant to say no and appear selfish, lost both her savings and her peace of mind. On the darker side, there are stories of social media influencers flaunting their wealth, only to become targets for fraud or theft. Take Casey Neistat, a renowned YouTuber who once openly shared the cost of a lavish purchase online. While his fan base admired his lifestyle, it also drew scammers and hackers looking to capitalize on his wealth. Many influencers report receiving phishing emails or even direct threats after being too public with their financial details. But it's not just strangers who exploit financial disclosures. Even well-meaning people can inadvertently harm you with their perceptions. Share that you got a raise, and someone might expect you to cover a more expensive dinner the next time you hang out. Mention your investment strategy, and you may get unsolicited advice, or worse, envy, that sours a perfectly good friendship. The lesson here isn't to be ashamed of financial success or struggle, but to protect yourself by keeping those details private unless absolutely necessary. A better approach is to nurture your financial goals quietly. Build your savings, diversify your investments, and enjoy the lifestyle your efforts afford you without explaining it to the world. Allow your actions to speak louder than any dollar amount you could announce. This discretion doesn't mean you have to shy away from meaningful financial discussions. In fact, learning from mentors, researching, and even participating in forums, anonymously or in professional contexts, can provide immense value. But sharing your exact salary, savings, or financial windfalls with acquaintances, colleagues, or casual friends serves little purpose. It often does more harm than good. Ultimately, financial well-being is deeply personal. It's not just about the numbers in your bank account. It's also about the peace and control you feel over your financial future. By keeping these details private, you avoid envy, judgment, and unnecessary conflict while safeguarding your growth, safety, and sanity in a world that often values appearances over substance. The take-home message? Be proud of your achievements, strive to improve, and engage in discussions that elevate your financial literacy. But when it comes to your net worth or paycheck, it's okay. No, it's wise to let your silence be golden. 2. Your next move. Ambitions and plans are the spark that ignites the future. They give us a sense of direction, purpose, and excitement about what's to come. But sharing your next big goal, whether it's a career pivot, launching a business, or making a life-changing decision, can feel like inviting others to meddle in your journey before it's even begun. Too often, announcing your next move too soon attracts criticism, skepticism, or even unintended sabotage. Instead of offering support, people may question your ability, logic, or timing. These doubts, whether well-intentioned or rooted in jealousy, can shake your confidence. And worse, if the wrong people catch wind of your plans, you could face unnecessary competition or active attempts to derail your efforts. Take the story of Mike, a software engineer who dreamed of starting a tech consulting firm. Overflowing with enthusiasm, he told his coworkers about his plans months before he had anything concrete in place. While some applauded his ambition, word eventually reached his boss, who perceived Mike's entrepreneurial goals as a lack of commitment to his current role. Suddenly, Mike's opportunities for growth at work began to dry up, and he found himself sidelined, struggling to balance the job he needed to fund his dream and the dream itself. Now consider Tasha, who wanted to purchase a fixer-upper home in a coveted neighborhood to flip for profit. Excited, she shared her idea with a group of friends. Unfortunately, one of them casually mentioned the same property to a relative who was also house hunting. That person swooped in, offering more than the asking price and beating Tasha to the deal. It wasn't malice, just a careless remark, but it cost Tasha her shot at a project that could have been a game-changer. And then there are high-profile examples, like the cryptic way companies like Apple guard their next moves. Ever wondered why their product launches are such massive events? It's because of the secrecy that surrounds their innovation process. Leaks can ruin momentum, give competitors the upper hand, or lower consumer excitement. Apple keeps tight control, knowing that silence isn't just golden, it's strategic. Sharing your plans can also lead to something subtler, but equally dangerous: a false sense of accomplishment. Researchers call it the intention-action gap, the psychological phenomenon where talking about your goals gives you the same dopamine boost as achieving them. Announcing your dream prematurely can trick your brain into feeling like you've already made progress, sapping the urgency to take real action. So, How can you safeguard your next move without alienating support or guidance when you need it? Here's the key: strategic discretion. This doesn't mean going entirely solo, but be selective about who you confide in. Share details with a trusted mentor, partner, or advisor, someone whose input is constructive and rooted in genuine support. For everyone else, let your results speak louder than your roadmap. Work quietly, build privately, and refine relentlessly. Let people be amazed when the outcome arrives, not suspicious when your plans are still in flux. Remember, every time you keep your next step under wraps, you're protecting the energy you need to bring it to life. By safeguarding your dreams, you also protect your enthusiasm and vision from external noise. Ambitions thrive in quiet focus, not in the chaos of opinions or unsolicited advice. As they say, the loudest success stories are made in silence, and by the time the world notices, the work is already done. The takeaway: your next move is sacred. Guard it like your future depends on it, because it just might. 3. Your personal relationships. In an age where relationships are often put on display through social media posts, dinner party anecdotes, and casual office chatter, it's easy to forget that the foundation of healthy connections is trust, not attention. The urge to overshare about your partner, friendships, or family can be strong, but doing so risks diluting the sanctity of these bonds. Some moments are simply too sacred to invite public opinion or scrutiny. Consider Emma and Jason, a couple known for their vibrant Instagram presence. Their followers adored their curated vacation photos, their inside jokes, and even their candid arguments shared via playful captions. What no one saw, though, was how these public displays created pressure within their relationship. Jason often felt scrutinized by Emma's audience, while Emma struggled with comments from strangers questioning their compatibility. Eventually, the tension became too much. What started as a fun way to share their life with others ended up driving a wedge between them, proving that a relationship's true health isn't measured in likes or comments, but in moments no one else sees. Or take Raj, who frequently vented to his co-workers about minor disagreements with his best friend. What began as harmless chatter soon spiraled into a workplace-wide narrative that painted his friend as unreliable and selfish, labels that had no bearing on reality. When his friend heard about these conversations through a mutual acquaintance, he felt betrayed, and the bond that had taken years to build fractured in an instant. Raj realized too late that airing grievances publicly didn't solve anything. It only made private matters harder to repair. Even within families, oversharing can sow discord. Sophia, a college student, confided in her aunt about her parents' ongoing marital struggles. While her aunt's intentions were good, word spread through the extended family, leading to judgment, gossip, and unnecessary tension at family gatherings. Her parents, already stressed, were hurt that something so personal had become fodder for family discussion. On the flip side, maintaining privacy often strengthens relationships. Think about celebrities who keep their marriages or friendships out of the limelight. Take Ryan Gosling and Eva Mendes, for example. They rarely speak about their relationship publicly, allowing them to sidestep media speculation and maintain a sense of normalcy in an otherwise chaotic industry. Their discretion is a testament to how guarding personal connections can preserve intimacy and trust, even under the harshest scrutiny. Why does oversharing hurt relationships? Because it exposes them to unnecessary opinions, misinterpretations, and unsolicited advice. The moment others weigh in on your relationship dynamics, whether through casual comments or well-meaning suggestions, you begin navigating not only your own feelings, but also external judgments. The bond you share with someone is a private world only you and they understand. Opening that world up to outsiders, even in small ways, risks inviting perspectives that don't belong there. This doesn't mean you can't seek advice or vent when needed, but choose your confidants wisely. People who care about your well-being and the health of your relationships, not individuals who might turn your personal life into casual gossip or use it to undermine your confidence. Protecting personal relationships doesn't just mean avoiding negative conversations. It also means keeping the best parts of your connection private. Intimate moments, thoughtful gestures, inside jokes. These are the threads that make your relationships unique. Sharing them widely may garner admiration or envy, but it can also rob them of their specialness. Instead of chasing external validation, focus on fostering trust and mutual respect behind the scenes. Treasure the small, unseen moments that strengthen your bond and resist the temptation to turn your relationships into a highlight reel. The takeaway: true connection flourishes in privacy. By safeguarding your relationships from undue attention, you protect the trust and intimacy that make them worth having in the first place. 4. Your charitable contributions. True giving doesn't need an audience. Whether donating money, volunteering time, or quietly helping someone in need, charity shines brightest when it's done with humility rather than as a performance. In today's attention-driven world, where even acts of kindness are sometimes transformed into opportunities for likes and validation, keeping your generosity private can make your actions more meaningful and impactful. Consider Amanda, who started volunteering at a local food bank during the holidays. When she shared her experiences on social media, her posts were well received initially, but soon, friends began to question her motives. Was she volunteering for the good of the cause, or for the accolades? Even Amanda started questioning herself. Over time, the purity of her efforts was overshadowed by the noise surrounding her public persona. On the flip side, we often hear about anonymous philanthropists whose acts of generosity ripple through communities without anyone knowing their name. Take the story of the Secret Santa in Kansas City, who hands out $100 bills to strangers every Christmas season. Their identity remains hidden, which makes the act of giving about the joy and relief it brings, not the giver's ego. Quiet charity is also more sustainable. It keeps the focus on the cause and allows you to experience the joy of giving without worrying about how it's perceived. This doesn't mean you should never speak up for causes you care about. Just ensure the spotlight is on the mission, not you. Let your actions speak louder than words, because the most genuine kindness often happens away from the cameras, in the quiet corners of everyday life. 5. Your family secrets. Families are beautifully imperfect, woven with victories, struggles, and secrets that form the core of their unity. But sharing those private stories with outsiders can disrupt the delicate balance. Conflicts, misunderstandings, or sensitive matters should be handled with care, not turned into fodder for casual conversations. Consider Liam, who confided in a coworker about his siblings' legal troubles. Although the coworker meant no harm, the story spread through the office, becoming exaggerated with each retelling. The fallout was devastating. Liam's sibling lost trust in him, and their once close bond grew strained. Now think of legendary figures like Maya Angelou, who often spoke about the importance of keeping family matters private. She emphasized that family is a sacred circle and that airing its challenges publicly undermines its unity. This wisdom serves as a powerful reminder of how closely guarding family secrets preserves not only relationships, but also the respect each family member deserves. Every family has challenges, but by keeping those struggles within the family bubble, you create an environment of trust and safety, a place where members can heal and grow together, free from judgment or external interference. 6. Your health issues. Sharing your health struggles can be a double-edged sword. On one hand, it may bring comfort, understanding, and even solidarity from others facing similar challenges. On the other, oversharing may invite judgment, misunderstanding, or even invasive curiosity. Take Danielle, who posted about her diagnosis with a chronic illness on a public forum, hoping to raise awareness. While she received many supportive messages, she was also flooded with unsolicited advice, some of which was harmful, and questions that left her feeling more exposed than supported. Eventually, she realized she needed to control the narrative and limit her disclosures to trusted people who genuinely cared about her well-being. Contrast that with Chadwick Boseman, the actor who privately battled colon cancer for years, even while delivering unforgettable performances. His choice to keep his health struggles private allowed him to focus on his craft and maintain dignity during the most vulnerable period of his life. When his death shocked the world, it sparked an outpouring of admiration for his resilience and discretion. The key lies in discernment. Share your health struggles with those who can provide genuine support or guidance, such as close friends, family, or medical professionals. Public disclosures should be made with purpose, whether to advocate for a cause or connect with a supportive community. But for personal peace, keeping many aspects of your well-being private is a wise choice. 7. Your inner thoughts. Not every thought or feeling needs validation. In a world where oversharing has become normalized, it's tempting to turn conversations, or worse, social media posts, into a free-for-all of raw emotion. But your inner dialogue is deeply personal, meant to help you grow and self-reflect, not to seek constant external input. Think of Jared, who habitually shared his every frustration on Twitter. While his friends and followers sympathized at first, over time, they began to see him as overly negative and attention-seeking. What he thought was vulnerability came across as venting, alienating him from the support he genuinely needed. In contrast, many successful people swear by the power of introspection. Take Oprah Winfrey, who attributes much of her personal growth to the discipline of journaling. By writing down her innermost thoughts, she created a safe space to process emotions, clarify goals, and navigate challenges without external interference. Cultivating a private space for your thoughts, whether through journaling, meditating, or quiet self-reflection, fosters emotional resilience and clarity. By processing your feelings privately, you gain control over your emotions, which helps you respond to life thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. The takeaway here is simple but profound. Your mind is your sanctuary. Not every fleeting thought or intense feeling needs an audience. Treasure your inner world. It's where your best ideas, deepest healing, and truest self reside. Closing thoughts. In 2025, we're more connected than ever. With a simple click or tap, we can share every aspect of our lives with the world. Our wins, our losses, our dreams, and even our vulnerabilities. But amid this deafening call to broadcast our lives, wisdom lies in knowing what to hold back. Sharing isn't inherently bad. It's powerful when done with intention and purpose. However, overexposure often comes at a cost. Diluted relationships, unwanted criticism, and a loss of the sacred spaces that make life meaningful. This isn't about being secretive or shutting people out. It's about exercising discernment. Think of your life as a treasure chest filled with jewels. Not every piece is meant to be displayed. Some are meant to be cherished privately. Safeguarding these jewels doesn't make you less transparent. It makes you more intentional. Real life is full of cautionary tales that illustrate the power of keeping parts of your life sacred. Consider the rise and fall of certain influencers, like Martha, who shared everything about her personal life, from arguments with her partner to unfiltered details about her financial struggles. For years, her followers felt intimately connected to her journey. But when her life took a difficult turn, the endless opinions and criticism from strangers left her feeling overwhelmed and alienated. Her story reminds us that when too much is given away, the weight of outside voices can drown out our own. Then there are those who embrace discretion, only to surprise the world with quiet successes. Think of companies like Google, which famously develops its groundbreaking ideas behind closed doors until they're fully formed. Or private individuals like Carla, a friend who spent a year privately planning her dream bakery before anyone knew about it. When her doors opened to rave reviews, everyone marveled at her vision, but her journey was hers to savor alone. These examples remind us that life is often richer when we protect its most sacred spaces. Privacy isn't about building walls. It's about nurturing the things that truly matter. Your relationships, ambitions, health, and thoughts need time to grow and flourish away from the harsh lights of judgment or public scrutiny. In an age where being seen often feels like the ultimate goal, dare to be unseen in the ways that matter most. Let the power of silence work in your favor. Protecting these 7 dimensions of your life is an act of self-respect, an investment in your peace of mind, and a foundation for lasting success. By reclaiming your privacy, you take back control of your narrative. You get to decide when to share, with whom, and why. And most importantly, you protect the essence of who you are from being chipped away by the noise of the world. In 2025, challenge yourself not just to be known, but to be wise. Silence can be your greatest ally, your most trusted companion. What will you choose to protect? What secrets will you allow to grow into beautiful, untouchable truths? That choice is yours to make, and its value is immeasurable.